Through Sparsha Ganga, we have planted more than 8 lakhs trees in a year. More than 5.5 lakh से ऊपर लोग पूरी देश दुनिया से इससे जुड़े हुए हैं. In the COVID time, we make khadi masks and distribute it to everyone. We are talking about the circular economy. There is nothing waste, and we have given employment to women making scent sticks जो गंगा जी में फूल पत्ती बह के आते हैं. उनसे हम लोगों ने औरतों को सेंट स्टिक बनाना सिखाया. It's very important to pick and choose what is prior to us. So yeah, start saying no, not to everything.
Selectively.
Be selective.
We're gonna have like a short interview with a female entrepreneur. So her name is Arushi Nishank. She's a film producer, actress, and an environmental entrepreneur. Telling everyone about the multiple things that you're up to, right? And I think being an actress, a film producer, the environmental activities that you are doing as well, it's a lot, right? I would want everyone to get a holistic view of your I think business journey as well. So can you please start with how you started your career? Where do you come from? What is your background? And how did you get into all of this?
First of all, a very good morning to everyone. I can see the great energy in the room, and it can only be possible when women there. So first, just let's clap for all of us being here today this morning. So I always say I could do multiple things because I'm a woman, and I think it's only possible because we have always been, we have trained like this. If you see from home also, our mother is always doing a lot of, multitasking.
Yeah.
We have seen our mothers, we have seen all the women around us. And that's a beautiful trait a woman can have. I started my journey as a Kathak exponent. So I traveled more than 15 countries. Us samay mein, there was a department called Namami Gange, if you ever heard about it. So I come from a political background, but yet I had a different challenges and difficulty because world would only like to see you when you have proven yourself, and I always believed in that before I'll go and ask help, I will show that who I am and what I can bring on table. That's exactly what I did. उमा भारती बुआ जी जो कि उस टाइम में जल शक्ति मंत्री हुआ करती थी, and she was literally like my बुआ जी. What I did, I created a beautiful composition called Ganga Avtaran, and I took it to different countries, and the very first country was Dubai, and we name it Ganga Tujhe Salam, and that's how we have raised more than 10 and 15 crores of funding for clean Ganga, and
wow.
That's what I have come back to my country. I met Uma Bharti Buaji and I said this is what we did, and she was like, you need to be a promoter for Namami Gange. So why I'm sharing this with you, that's how I started. So I started proving myself first to the table and then for asking. And that's how the journey began. Then I become an actor, I become a producer, I'm an environmentalist, I am a TEDx speaker. So yeah, I'm a woman and I do a lot of things.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
I think for all of us who are not from the industry, we feel that being an actor is maybe going for the shoots and then maybe doing the promotions after that, right? But I feel it's obviously a business in itself, right? So what are the sides of being an actress, which majority of us won't know? What are the challenges that come along with it that we would just see from a outside point?
Thank you so much for asking this question. It's a very beautiful but yet very challenging profession because we all go through a lot of things. So when an actor is performing any scene or being in front of the camera, there are a lot of things going inside. But the challenge is that the character you're projecting, you have to project that only. आप अपने पर भारी और हावी नहीं हो सकते हैं. So that's the most challenging part of it. There are a lot of preparation happen. So I have been a Kathak exponent. For me, that was very difficult. That I have to emote in front of the camera, while before I was performing from 5,000 to 1.5 lakh लोगों तक के लिए आप perform कर रहे हैं. So you're very loud in your expressions. So it was a lot of unlearning for me when I've started, and I would like to share a small incident happened when I was shooting for my first music video, which was a T-series, and I'm sure you all like Zubin Nautiyal. So that was sung by Zubin Nautiyal. My co-actor was Himansh Kohli, and we were shooting in Kashmir on 26 January.
Must have cold.
Cold. There was because the Kashmir situation was a little difficult that time. It was 26 January. That time my father was a education minister of India. I had a lot of protocol and nobody knows what to do with the cold, with the protocol, with the situations. But that's a job of an artist, an actor, that show must go on. So we were shooting in the minus temperature. Our boots are getting wet every time because there's a lot of snow. It started to melt. My face is freezing. There are a lot of thandi hawa they put on your face because you have to look beautiful also. So a lot of challenges happen. But when ultimately it comes on screen, that we forget every single thing. So there's a beauty to be part of this industry. I would say it goes the same for the director, producer, and all the people who are associated. But for an actor, it's challenging. Yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, what goes behind the camera, right? So, but what would you, if you had to choose between being an actress and a producer, which do you prefer?
I can't.
Would you like?
I can't.
Would you rate them equally?
So it's very challenging because there are a lot of people in our industry comes first they become actor, then the producer. It never happened so far that somebody took an entry into the industry. They're actor and producer at the same time. So I come up with my first production. That was my first commission show on Hotstar, which name is Life Hil Gayi. These guys go and watch it. It's a nice show. We have a Devendu Sharma, Munna Bhaiya. We have a Kusha Kapila, Mukti Mohan, Vinay Pathak, even Bhagyashree ji did a OTT debut with us. And the same time I was, before I was shooting for my songs, we were signing films as an actor. So it's one side is a lot of asking, and another side of is like more of a giving. So it's challenging, but I would say that's right.
Okay. And can you elaborate more on what it takes to be a producer? Like, because it must be, kind of getting a whole village together to make something happen, which we are, just checking out on our laptops maybe while we are scrolling through something sometimes, but I know it must take a lot of this thing for it.
It's very, anybody who is aspiring to be a producer, I'm going to prepare you guys. It's the most thankless job. Nobody will come and say, thank you to my producer. They did a great job putting everything all together. Not going to happen.
The director gets the praise, or?
Of course. Because, of course, but there's a master who runs the show as a director. Producer is basically the backbone, because I would say more than a producer, I call it myself, I'm a maker, because it's actually like you're making a life, like you give a birth to a baby. From the time you create a concept, to the time you reach out to the channels, the time you're finding a right director for it, the time you're finding the right cast for it, to the location, to the budget, to and when everything is falling apart, you're just gathering everything all together. So it's challenging, but trust me, same time it's so beautiful because you're giving life to something, an idea. You're giving a life to an idea. So it's beautiful.
Is it safe to say that one show or a movie is in itself like a business unit of sorts? Because I mean, what you're describing, I think many women over here can relate to from their business lens as well, right? That bringing an idea to life and bringing all those people together to make it happen, and obviously the selling part, right? While you would have to sell to OTTs first, here there is a customer for that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly the same, because first of all, you're seeing what is the demand, and then you're meeting with the supply, right? It's the same for the content creation companies. It's the same for people who are producing content, because first of all, what we like to do, we would like to know from the OTT platform, from the channel, from the studios, that what exactly they look for, like what kind of a content in demand. हम सभी लोगों ने देखा होगा कि it time comes when the romantic zones goes higher. Then there is a more about छोटे towns की कहानियाँ. Then this comes like everybody want to make something around the crime, something dark. So that's how it's a work of channel to see what is working for them, what people would like to watch more. What is our work is to see in our kitty that what are the content, what are the story fitting into their, their genres, their demand. So yeah, it's exactly like putting a business together where you meet the demand and supply.
And how close do you have to be to the ground to understand what will work with the customers or I mean the audience?
So you have to be on ground. You have to be really on ground.
It's such a subjective thing, right? What I may like, someone else may not. Right? So how does one kind of conceptualize the idea that would work on a mass level?
So that's why I'm saying we have Bharat and India both here. It is very important to understand for all of us, we come from different walks of life today here. It's very important to understand कि हम भारत में रहते हैं. India is still very small chunk. So if we are doing any business, even I'm making a content, what is my target audience? For me, it's Bharat. Because मैं भारत के लिए चीज़ बनाना चाहती हूँ. Because मेरी इंडिया की audience is very limited. They are the people who only listen the English songs. No offense to that, I like that even. But so this is different TG.
So how would you segregate India and Bharat? Like, what is your version of?
What is touching to more people's heart? What are you gonna make? I make my show Life Will Gayi. That's tagline is how India meets Bharat. So there's a family who's coming from Mumbai, stuck into a pahadi place. I'm Uttarakhandi. I want to promote and project my state. How beautifully it happened that the amalgamation of different, values exchange, the technology exchange. There's a whole world coming up together. So for me, I want to reach out to Bharat. I wanted to make very much rooted stories. Now we have got one more show from Amazon Prime. That's again a story of a village about the people. So what I feel like we should really cater to Bharat because we are big enough. Yeah.
So, maybe stepping back a little bit. So at any given point in time, how many things are happening in your life currently? Like how many projects are ongoing or what all are you up to?
So at this moment we have 4 commission projects with us.
Wow.
And this is what we are producing, what I am acting in. There are 3 projects which are Hindi, Tamil Hindi bilingual, and very different genres. So we have to train sometime. There are a lot of training happening in the gym. There's sometimes you have to get a certain kind of a physique. किसी में आपको बहुत ही अच्छे से नीश इंग्लिश बोलते हुए जो कि बहुत आसान है हम लोगों के लिए. But there is a गाँव की लड़की also, so you are just letting go all of the inhibition, how you are. You're not prim and proper that time. So yeah, we have touch wood with God grace. We have a lot much in hand. I hope you'll deliver it properly.
No, definitely. And I think everyone can relate with this, right? That we feel that so much is going on with our lives all the time. There aren't enough hours in our day. So when I'm sure you must be resonating with that, but when that is happening, how do you think beyond your own needs and kind of support the causes that you are? And can you share a little bit more about what you're doing on the social front as well?
I have an NGO called Sparsh Ganga, and I feel that there is a thing what we do to earn our bread and butter. But we all have a sole purpose in life also. We have a purpose which we follow, maybe through our profession or maybe with something, a cause we want to support. For me, it's always been environment. So through Sparsh Ganga, we have planted more than 8 lakhs trees in a year. And we have more than 5.5 lakh से ऊपर लोग पूरी देश दुनिया से जुड़े हुए हैं. In the COVID time, we make khadi mask and distribute it to everyone. We are talking about the circular economy. There is nothing waste, and we have given employment to women making scent sticks जो गंगा जी में फूल पत्ती बह के आते हैं, उनसे हम लोगों ने औरतों को scent stick बनाना सिखाया, and not much from 800 to 1000 women have been getting their bread and butter from that cause.
I think this deserves a round of applause. No, I think that's pretty cool, and I think managing both the things simultaneously, right? Anything you would like to share about how you plan your day? How do you manage time in general? Is there some takeaway everyone over here can have
Oh,
from
I
this?
would love to share this because it's very important for all women to understand. Training your body is one of the part, but training your mind is something we can't skip. Doesn't matter which profession we are, even if we are a homemakers also. It is very important to take care of your body, mind and soul. So I try to split my days. My days are very hectic, sometimes evenings also, because we have a long narration goes on. It goes sometime 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in night also. Starting your day early. But what I try to split my day, the first half is for me. So give yourself a priority. If you do not love yourself, nobody else can love you. So it is very important to train your body. I do my gym for an hour. I try to do it almost every day if I'm not traveling. I give half an hour precisely for a meditation or a breath work, whatever you can do. Even though if you don't want to do anything, just sit, calm down, just do writing, Just give half an hour to yourself and you'll feel a different energy, because if a machine will not get oil, it can't be lubricated, can't be working well. So it is very important to train your body and mind together.
Thank you for that. And I'm imagining that someone like you who has multiple things going on must be getting approached a lot from different kind of business partnerships, different collaborations that everyone must be, like you must be seeing all around you. In that case, choosing the right ones also is critical, right? So I feel saying no is a superpower, I feel, right? So how do you decide what to say no to, what to take into your sphere of, I would say, work in general? How do you do that? How do you judge the bullshit and the really relevant ones?
It's funny, but if you close your eyes, I'm saying for all women sitting here or listening to me, we are blessed with a gut feeling. And deep down our heart, we know what is right and what is wrong. Sorry, no offense, but men are little.
Everything is right over this.
I am sure you would be having a woman in your life. You can go and ask.
I will.
So we are blessed with that. It's just very important to connect with your deep inner self, and that will lead you, that will guide you. Okay, then a man ki baat, man ki awaaz. In my life, I have realized that lots of projects, my gut feeling said, no, this is not right. So there's always an approach you can take, and it is important to say no as well. Because if you start saying yes to everything, you'll be exhausted. And why to do that? We can be humble, we can be grounded, but it's very important to pick and choose what is prior to us. So yeah, start saying no. Not to everything.
Selectively.
Be selective.
And have you been said no to? Have you faced rejections? How do you deal with that?
Many.
So, like, what is your support system for that? Because I'm sure as an entrepreneur, we are used to, kind of getting no's by the hour, right? So,
But that's the beauty. Every time you receive a no, you sit, you ask this question to yourself, is it worth enough? These people said no to you. Are they worth enough of your time, your energy? And you will receive an answer, no. So every time I face a rejection, I sit down. Of course, I'm a human being. I also get disheartened, and I have all right to do that. I cry also a lot. I never say, oh, we are strong women, we should not. No, cry, please cry. understand your emotion, let flow with your emotion. But that will make you stronger. If it is taking you to that way, that path, it's beautiful. I have been taken out from the film project saying, she's too pretty. She
That-
don't look like an Indian.
That's a reason to take out of it.
Yeah, there are a lot of actors even say, oh, I don't want to work with a fresh face, you know. So a lot of time you face the rejections. But you need to understand it's not because of you. It's because of their understanding of the thing. Just believe in yourself. आप 1000 बार टूटोगे, लेकिन वो 1000 बार जो टूटना है ना और उसके बाद जो जुड़ना है ना, that makes you something who you are today.
That's really nice. Arushi, last two questions, and then I mean we can open the floor for any questions from the audience, or if you would wish to interact with them one-on-one as well. Right? So for me, like what I see as my support system is my family and friends that I go to for any minor inconvenience in life. Right? Is there something like that for you? Are there a set of people that you go to, business mentors or close friends?
I believe that we all need to have a support system. It can be anything or anyone. I have read Ikigai once, and that's a very important message what I learned in life. Those Japanese who are living longer than the average life, every day they have a routine. They sit with 1 and 2 friends. Every evening they discuss, they talk. Of course, they eat healthy. But this is one more thing, because when you discuss, you speak, there are a lot of things can be solved. So of course we require a support system. Unfortunately, in our industry, people saying you're a friend, but that means something else. So it's very difficult to judge. But I say that for me, the spirituality is a way. I'm a big Shiva believer. So I feel like if I am going through something, I just sit down, do meditation, and I feel like, yeah, I bounce back very soon because the Shiva is with me and he's helping me out. So yeah.
That's wonderful. And no, I mean, thanks for that. And any parting message to the audience which you would love to share?
No, not at all. I'm here to just gain all the energy. I can see a lot of energy in this room. And no woman need any message, by the way. We are enough. Just say every day we are enough. We are in abundance. And I believed in my life with one of the Japanese philosophy that called Kaizen. Kaizen means is a continuous improvement. And I believe that in my life. I never feel that I'm perfect. The day you will have this in your mind, your growth is over. For every business, for every woman, for every entrepreneur, it is very important to have a continuous growth. So believe in this concept, believe in yourself. The world is beautiful if we are.
Wow. Thank you, Arushi, for that.